Well, thank you very much. And welcome to Parliament. It's a particularly nice time to be in Parliament. All the usual residents are temporarily elsewhere. But welcome also to the launch of the Diversity, Inclusion and Law Report 2024, courtesy of Obelisk and Spark 21, led by my dear friend, the wonderful Dana Dennis-Smith and her team. Now, as you've heard, my name is Shami Chakrabarti, and I'm a human rights lawyer, campaigner, and Labour member of the House of Lords. I'm just back today from Liverpool, where I've been discussing my latest book, Human Rights: The Case for the Defence. And thanks to Dana and her team, to our reception hosts this evening, you will all receive a signed copy of this book in your gift bag to take home later. And in these days, in these political times, transparency is very important. So I want to be absolutely transparent about the intention here. This gift, this freebie, if you will, is deliberately designed to influence you. No question about that. And I really hope that you find it interesting, useful, if only to hand on to a friend, a relative, a colleague, a neighbour who's perhaps displayed an ounce of scepticism or misunderstanding or even ignorance about our precious fundamental rights and freedoms. As the late, great Tom Bingham said in 2009, just over a year before his untimely death in 2010, there may be those who would like to live in a country where these rights are not protected, but I am not of their number. Now, earlier on, and just as poignantly, in the landmark case of Gaydon and Mendoza in 2004, our own dear and esteemed Brenda Hale remarked, "Democracy values everyone equally, even if the majority does not." Now, these two quotations reflect vital ingredients of the rule of law. The first references access to rights protection, and the second, equality under the law. But as working lawyers, you know that these ideals can only be made real in the courtroom, the boardroom, and all of our communities by the day-to-day work of hundreds of thousands of lawyers, like many of you. And legal professionals, in my view, they don't just deliver a vital service. They are the living embodiment, the first defenders and ambassadors of the rule of law in every walk of life. So who they are, how confident they feel, and how they are supported and led really matters. And so does the report and the work of its authors. In a little while, we will hear from Dana on the findings of the 2024 survey and what she wants you to do about it. But first, we have two other wonderful speakers. John Amici, OBE, is an organisational psychologist and a leadership transformation expert at APS Intelligence Limited. This is the firm that he founded. He's also a professor of leadership at Exeter Business School and an author, a best-selling author, I should say. I don't match his stature in more than one area. And in particular, he has a best-selling book that's been feted on both sides of the Atlantic called The Promises of Giants. And Tom Shropshire is the General Counsel of Diageo PLC, but he also holds a number of other important roles that he very self-deprecatingly calls side hustles. He's a non-executive director of the Bank of England, for example. I'm assuming that's on Saturday mornings or something. He's the interim chair of Comic Relief. These are just two examples. So I suspect he's going to be rather popular over drinks later, with anyone who's got a mortgage rate that might be coming to an end soon, or indeed anyone with a good cause that they might want to fund. I've just made his life very easy, haven't I? Look, please join me now in thanking everyone who worked so hard to make this wonderful gathering possible, and in welcoming both of our great speakers. Enjoy.